Okay guys, NaturalPhreakz here. Today we're going to talk about supplements. First off, supplements, as the word says, it supplements your diet. If you don't have a solid diet, you're not feeding your macros, you're not hitting those macros daily, of course supplements are not going to work and you're going to waste your money, you're going to waste time. So for better understanding, we're going to divide this video into three sections. One is muscle building, the other one is wellness, and the last one is fat loss. So I'm gonna first off talk about protein. Okay, there are two types of protein that derive from milk, casein and whey. The difference between these two is that whey is a fast digesting protein, while casein on the other hand is a slow digesting protein. Okay, when to take this? I use where is it? Okay, I use whey protein since it's fast absorbing. I use it for post-workout, and sometimes when I'm on the run, I don't have time, I'll use it as a meal replacement. I just add in my shake oatmeal and coconut oil, so I have the three macros, the three essential macros, protein, carbs, and fats. So on the other hand, for casein, since it's slow digesting, a lot of people recommend it to take it at night. Since you're sleeping, you won't be eating, you have a slow release of protein during the night, so you won't go into the catabolic state. Okay, let's talk about glycamides. Glycamides is a fast absorbing carbs. It has a really high glycemic index, which spikes insulin. I really suggest you to stack hydro whey with glycamides, since both are that fast absorbing, for post-workout shakes, since it will replenish your nutrients that you used for during your workouts.
Creatine monohydrate. This is the one that you guys should be using, right? There's a lot of creatines out there, different derived from creatine. You have creatine ethyl ester, you have creatine hydrochloride, and you have a bunch of creatine that say crap. Some creatine companies say that you don't retain water. Why won't you want to retain water? That's the function of creatine, to hydrate muscle cells. Okay, so what is creatine? At the beginning, we didn't used to use creatine. We thought it was like a steroid. But actually, creatine is an amino acid. It's derived from an amino acid. So what creatine does? Creatine basically replenishes ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. When you're working out, when you're pumping, you are breaking down that adenosine triphosphate. You're breaking down one phosphate. You're breaking the bond of the phosphate, and then it becomes ADP, or adenosine diphosphate. Diphosphate meaning 2, triphosphate meaning 3. So what does creatine does? Creatine hydrates the cell or the muscle intramuscularly. So that way, when you break down the phosphate bond, you make another phosphate bond. So you're breaking the adenosine triphosphate, making adenosine diphosphate, but immediately, because of creatine, you produce the adenosine triphosphate. So that way you can push your workout longer and harder. Another thing about creatine, and some people recommend to load it, which is to take like 20 grams of creatine a day. Basically how creatine works is that your cell has to be saturated in creatine. Okay? So some people say, oh, I get bloated, right? Because you are taking more creatine than you should be taking. Think about when you're putting a lot of sugar into water, right? When you hit the saturation point, sugar will not dissolve anymore in water. Okay, so that means it's saturated. Same thing with creatine. Once you saturate your muscles with creatine, is when it's going to start working. So if you're not loading creatine, you're only taking 5 grams a day. Usually you can take any time during the day. Some people say post-workout because it's absorbed faster. It doesn't really matter. All you need to get is your muscle saturated with creatine. So if you take 5 a day, it might take you a week or 2 weeks to get your muscle saturated with creatine. But do not load it. It's a waste of money, basically, and you will get loaded, okay? Bloated in your stomach. Your stomach will upset. So only take 5 a day, and that's it, guys. L-glutamine. L-glutamine is the amino acid most abundant in your body, okay? The reason I have L-glutamine, I don't take it anymore, but since I have it, I'm gonna talk about it. I used to take this before my fasted cardio because I thought I was gonna, produce muscle breakdown, all right, or lose muscle when you're doing your fasted cardio. That's another different topic. It's really controversial, but right now I don't think when you do fasted cardio you will break down muscle, okay, or lose muscle. So L-glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in your body. I think the most important part about L-glutamine is it helps with overall wellness, basically. So when you're dieting, you're in a calorie deficit, okay, which puts your body in an alert mode. So sometimes you might get sick. So if you're supplementing with L-glutamine, you can keep your immune system high, and you won't get sick. So that way you keep working out longer and not have to take a break due to illness. Okay. Along with that, another supplement we use for wellness, overall wellness, is multivitamin. Okay. If you look at the multivitamin label, you have much more micronutrients that you should be taking. You know, if you look at it, almost all of them says above 100%. Okay. So basically, if you're drinking a lot of water, whatever you're not using, you're piecing it out. Okay. So don't worry about it. Just take one a day. It helps with overall wellness. So it's not bad to have a little bit more that you should handle, because at the end of the day you're gonna piece it out. All right. So it's like a backup. It's like a storage right there. Along with that, we have fish oil. All right. Fish oil helps with good cholesterol. Contains omega-3. It helps with brain function. That's why little kids have to take fish oil, right? Because help with brain development. Also, some people think that, or people say that when you eat a lot of fish, basically you thin your skin. So somebody else like that, right? Because you look more defined. I don't know if that's true or not. I just take it for overall wellness and to control my cholesterol. I only take 3 a day. 3 a day. I usually take it during my breakfast. Okay. Next we have glucosamine. Glucosamine is also well-being supplement. Help with joint lubrication, so that way my joints are hydrated, are with that viscosity level that I want. Because when you're working out, you put a lot of strain on your joints, right? So you want to keep them flexible, so that way when you're lifting, you don't start hurting or anything. So there we are. There are a couple of glucosamine. There is one that contains glucosamine with MSM, if I'm not mistaken. I do not take that one. That one is a little bit cheaper. The research showed that this one with that one, I don't know how to pronounce it, is better. It's absorbed better. Also, don't think like by taking I think 2 tablets a day, you basically it's gonna start working. This one is same thing as creatine. You have to saturate your cells with glucosamine for it to start working. Okay. So guys, check it out. Picture right here. Look at how fat I was. Picture right here. Look at how. Now I'm not ripped, but I'm looking good. So as you guys know, or you guys don't know, I take a shit ton of supplement for fat loss. I was one of those people that I thought that a pill was a magic pill. That if I took a fat loss supplement, I would just lose all the fat I needed to lose. So the first thing I took was Yohimbine. Okay. It's a vasodilator. Basically, it makes think about it like this way. Your veins has a certain diameter. You guys know what the diameter is, right? So, diameter. Basically, what this does is makes the Yohimbine. So it makes the diameter of your veins a little bit bigger, so that way you can transport fat faster. Okay, if you're in a caloric deficit. Okay. Another thing I do was L-carnitine. Basically, L-carnitine uses fat as energy. Okay. The best way to stack L-carnitine is with ALA, or alpha lipoic acid. Alpha lipoic acid is also used to distribute carb in a better way. What I mean by this is basically, most people say that you have to eat the majority of your carbs at breakfast, pre-workout, and post-workout. If you take L-carnitine, alpha lipoic acid with these carbs, basically it'll shuttle into the muscle to be ready to be used while you're working out. And the crazy supplement that I've ever taken is the ECA stack. This stack was banned in the United States. I think it's banned in Canada now, because basically a lot of people die because they took too much of it. Okay, so what is ECA stack? So basically you have ephedrine, you see caffeine and aspirin. Okay, ephedrine is basically is help with fat loss a lot. How can you get it in the States? I'm not saying that you should be getting that. Okay, it's dangerous. I took it because I was stupid. I thought pills was gonna help me lose all the fat I needed. Okay, Bronchate. Okay, you can only, I think, buy two boxes of Bronchate a year because people use it to make amphetamines. Okay, so ephedrine right there, caffeine you can buy anywhere, 200 milligrams, and aspirin. Why aspirin? Because it's thin out your blood. So it's the contrary of your Himba. This one makes your blood vessels bigger. Aspirin thins your blood. So think about it. You can, if you have a thinner blood, your same diameter of your veins, you can transport more fat, into the blood because the blood is thinner, right? So more fat can be in that blood. So I don't think fat loss supplements work or are that mighty. Everything is about calories in, calories out. Also keep in mind that when we say, oh, take glycomase after you work out, it's not because we think it's most efficient, or it's just because we still are kind of pro-ish. We do if you fit your macros, but you know what? We still believe that if you take these two after your workout, you're gonna create a better environment for muscle building. So all the supplements is supplement that we have taken. Okay, we're not talking about any supplement we have not taken.
Okay guys, I know we reviewed a lot of products and we really didn't go in depth with any of them. If you guys want us to talk about one more specifically, let us know and we'll easily talk specifically about one more product. Already there's many videos already talking about different products. We're just talking about what we've used and we know it works. But if you are on a budget, so we are students and we're on a budget, I would really recommend for you to take protein right here, glycomase, and creatine. Also multivitamins. Why protein? Protein is essential for building muscles. As an example, if I wake up late and I have to go to class and I don't have time to eat, I'll take protein along with oats. Also for post-workout it's really good because it's fast absorbing, as Eric already said. Also glycomase is really good because it's fast absorbing carbohydrates. So if you finish working out and you don't want to eat a solid food because you don't want to feel bloated, you can easily take glycomase. Creatine, as Louis already explained, it's already been proven that it works. So I really recommend taking creatine if you want to build muscle or replenish your muscles so you don't feel tired and you recover faster. And also multivitamins is essential. As you guys know, in a previous video, I told you that I got a knee surgery, so my bones of my knee are kind of weak. I started taking this glucosamine, and before when I had to squat, I had to use bandages every time because my knee hurts. But ever since I started taking glucosamine, which is already proven, it has helped my joints, and now I don't have to use bandages in all my squats. I just do when I go kind of heavy, or I think it's gonna hurt my knees. Well guys, like I said, I know we went kind of quick in all of the products that we reviewed, but since we're starting our channel, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us and we'll review each product more in depth.